everyone, welcome to the micro class. In this lesson, we will learn the point composition. First of all, let's enjoy some pictures. The peacock spreads its feathers to greet the awakening of spring. As summer approaches, lotus seeds nestle within seedpods eagerly await their debuts. On a late autumn night, the starry sky is dotted with tiny lights. And in winter, droplets of water freshly thrown from frost cling delicately to the just melted spider webs. Indeed, the little things in life are so beautiful. In Eastern perceptual art, works like Plum Blossom by Wang Mian, a famous Chinese painter of the Yuan dynasty, ways of drawing points demonstrated in the manual of the Mustard Seed Garden, freehand brushwork in color ink by Wu Guanzhong, or show the existence of points. In the Western works of Impressionists like Seurat, Paul Signac, and Monet, points are indispensable elements. From this Starry Night of Van Gogh in GIF format, what can you feel? Obviously, all these works contain a common element. That is point. Points are the most active element in graphic design. Now we will learn its definition and attributes, shapes and emotional expression, applications, and the final conclusion to understand the point composition. What is a point? In geometry, a point has only position but no sides. It is the beginning and the end of the line. It is the intersection of two lines. However, in 2D composition, it is the foundational element for all forms, representing a visual unit with a defined spatial position and marked by vectorization. Points vary in size, shape, area, and orientation, and can play the role of lines. They can flexibly show multiple directions, which makes them more implicit than visible lines when revealing complex emotion and spatiality. Let's take a look at the attributes of points. There are 4 aspects. First, they possess centrality. Second, they have relativity. Third, they exert an inherent attraction. Fourth, they exhibit expansivity. Let's look at the first one. When only one point appears on the screen, our eyes will be focused on this point. It occupies all of our visual space. This is the centrality of points. If 2 points of the same size appear on the screen, our gaze will shift back and forth between these 2 points. This is the relativity of points. If 3 or more points of the same size appear simultaneously, our gaze will move between these 3 points, which makes us feel like a plane is forming. When 2 identical points of different size appear on the screen, our gaze will move between the 2 points, but it is predominantly drawn towards the larger point. This embodies the attractiveness of points. If a point is bent outward in all directions centrifugally, if you give people the feeling of constant evolution, that is the expansivity of points. So all these are their 4 attributes. Points are generally considered to be the smallest and circular in shape, but in fact, there are many shapes of them. They can be in the shape of circle, square, triangle, trapezoid, irregular shape, and more. In nature, any form, when reduced to a certain scale, can become points of different shapes. Points are not only natural forms but also cultural forms. They come from everyday life and the long-term history. Therefore, points can also be divided into geometrical points and free-form points. Next, let's view the emotional expression of points. Due to the different forms of points, they evoke different visual perceptions. We often use adjectives to express these perceptions, like big and small, square and circular, dark and light, blurry and solid, concrete and abstract, smooth and rough, and more. Depending on different forms, points can be classified into 6 common kinds of emotional expression. They are big points and small points, square points and circular points, solid points and empty points. First, this point occupies most of the area. We call it a big point. Second, this picture consists of many small points. We call one of them a small point. Third, the points in the picture are mostly square shape. We call them square points. Fourth, there are points in a circular shape. We call them circular points. 5. Filling the interiors of the points to make them appear solid constitutes what we call solid points. 6. The points accentuated by the contrast of their background are empty points. These 6 kinds of emotional expression can be divided into 3 pairs: big and small points, square and circular points, solid and empty points. They are interdependent and inseparable from one another. Now let's watch a short video to take a closer look at the emotional expression of points. The main character in the video is Yayoi Kusama, a contemporary Japanese artist. At the age of 80, she has never ceased her pursuit of art, keeping creating around points throughout her life. In 2012, the artistic director of Louis Vuitton was a great admirer of this distinctive artist. Showing the tribute to Yayoi Kusama, this brand new collaboration incorporated her most iconic work, dots. Points are applied not only in space design, but also in graphic design. The logos of these brands all use the element of points. Some highlight the centrality of points. Some make use of the relativity of points. And some pay attention to the attractiveness of points. Points can be used in the interface of games like the globally popular game Angry Birds. Life is like Angry Birds. Whenever you fail, there are pigs laughing. But without facing rejection and honing your skills, how can you create great work? Points can also be used in product design. The patterns of these accessories all use points. There are big and small points, square and circular points, solid and empty points. Points are leading the fashion trend of this year. At the Shanghai World Expo in 2010, pavilions of many countries were designed with points. Points are omnipresent and omnipotent. Now let's activate what we have learned. To complete a practical exercise, collect things and images that we usually see as points in our lives. Based on the 6 kinds of emotional expression to create your self-portrait. Let's review the 6 kinds of emotional expression of points. They are big points and small points, square points and circular points, solid points and empty points. Let's get started now. Through the assignment, we can have a basic understanding of the features and emotional characteristics of points. In essence, design is a scenery between the brain, the hand, and the heart. Brain is brainstorming. Hand is designing works in different ways. Heart is having aesthetic perceptions and insights into works. With your perceptions and insights, go to touch the hearts and minds of others through the language of art, by applying the key concepts from this lesson into an actual piece of work. Alright, that's all for this class. Thank you. Goodbye.